Welcome. We are on Utopia Seas, and we are doing this new experience. First time on Royal Caribbean on the ship. They have the Royal Railway, so see we're in a situation that looks like a rail car. Yeah. And so we're gonna dine and see what happens. Before we show you the rest of our experience, stay tuned to the end because we're going to give you our opinion on whether we think it's worth it or not.
Yep.
After you are greeted and all checked in, they will start you off with a moonshine cocktail. Now this is included with the price. And once you're seated, they'll give you a map, and inside that map is the menu for the evening. And on the map, there's stops along the way that you can follow during the story. We started off with, I would say, an amuse-bouche, kind of a sampler from the chef. And then after that, they brought out a selection of breads along with cheese dip and butter. For our appetizers, I started off with the golden chicken nuggets that was served with a barbecue sauce. And then Brian had the Old West empanada trio.
For all U.S. Marshals as foolish as you.
For our entree, we both got the same thing of the braised short ribs. And then for dessert, there are two options, the Royal Railway cigar and then the Denver Gold Bar.
All right, so now you've seen it, we've experienced it. Before getting on the ship, of course, we knew about this experience. There's been a lot of hype on social media about this new Royal Railway experience. And we looked to try to get reservations before we got on the ship, but weren't able to find any.
Yeah, there was nothing available.
So we sat down because we had the key, we had lunch on the day that we boarded the ship. We had lunch at the main dining room. And as I went to the restroom, I noticed that the Utopia station where the Royal train experience happens was open. Like there was, someone standing there, and they actually had the train open so you can see what it looks like. So if you don't get a reservation, you can go the day that you board the ship to go see what it looks like and look in the train car, and they have like it's actually running. Okay, so talked to the person at the podium. They had a spot for 4 people. We snagged that. It is $130 after, I think, gratuity. It becomes about $141 per person. So that is how much you're spending on this per person. I didn't think the food quality was amazing, so we'll talk about what we got. So you want to say what appetizer you got?
Yeah, we have the menu pulled up here. So, which some of the names on the menu were a little odd. So, for example, one of them was fart and dart baked beans, essentially. But I got the golden chicken nuggets. So they were crunchy coated tender wings with gold dust served with bourbon barbecue sauce. And they used the word dusted. So I would say it wasn't even dusted. No. It was like...
Not that we care for the gold in terms of taste. It doesn't impact the taste, but in terms of presentation, the gold was very minute. So why even have it really? Like, why even bother?
And honestly, they tasted like the ones from the buffet. So
I mean, they were better than that.
Like ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean, they were okay. Would I have it on a $130 menu? No.
So what'd you get?
And then I got the Old West empanada trio, and I got this because of the server's recommendation. The empanadas were not great.
They're chewy.
They were very doughy on the outside, and it was like a traditional empanada color, and then there was a red one and a green one. Not traditional at all.
Yeah, I don't know the theming behind that.
So. I didn't appreciate that. It was not... when you're sitting down to something that's $130, I realize there's an experience element there, and there is somewhat of a show that's happening. But I think that the quality of food needs to be at a different level than what it was.
Yeah, we probably should have prefaced this first, but once we first got on board, we were planning on recording the entire thing. But there's someone that comes in and says you can't film. So what we got, we kind of like
And I
snuck, but
said for $130 and all the content that's already out there, we are going to do our best to film. And so we did our best. Really, we didn't miss much in terms of capturing it. I don't want to reveal the story in
because
the
that
in
you
the
should
video.
experience for yourself.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna ruin any quote unquote surprises. So, but we showed you what the food looks like. You know, we showed you a little bit of kind of the vibe of it. So for your entree,
We both got the same
yeah,
thing.
we got the same thing, and that was based on the server's recommendation.
that one was actually good.
Yeah, we got the braised short ribs. I would say that was good. The vegetables were well cooked. The mashed potatoes were good. It was not elevated though. That is like one step above going to the buffet and getting something like that. But it was decent. I think that if the supporting things on here were better, like they also, side note, they advertise this as a 5-course meal. So the 5-course, the first course is like a compliments of the chef, like a little tasting canapé or something. That's not really a course. It's more like compliments of the chef type thing. And then they consider the bread service as one of the course.
Yeah.
I would never consider bread a course in my opinion. It's unless you have like a beautiful breadboard that has like maybe some cheeses or some different elements. They had 2 butters that they served with it. You know, nothing there was like standout. It was nice presentation, but not for $130.
Yeah.
But you know, the entree was solid. Some of the other entrees they have is a first-class lobster salad, baked river trout, a chicken dish, and they have a plant-based option with impossible meat.
Yeah, so barbecue impossible ribs. That's what they like.
They have 2 choices for dessert. We both each got one of the desserts that they have. So I had the cigar, which was fine. They had ice cream scoop there that was coated in the hard shell, you know, to make the shell. It wasn't very hard and wasn't. It was like a thick layer around the ice cream that was almost rubbery around the ice cream. And then how was your gold bar? I don't think I tried that.
Yeah, so it's described as like vanilla cake. It has a sweet raspberry jam in it. And it's topped with gold flavors and Moscato.
Gold flakes.
Oh, yeah, gold flakes and Moscato sorbet.
Rhubarb.
Yes. And so it was okay, but what kind of threw me off was inside that rhubarb sorbet was kind of like, it had the consistency of like a hardened fruit roll-up. And so it kind of threw the softness of it off. And I was like, So I kind of like scooped around that part.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a $130 meal. I guess they're thinking, well, because you're getting the experience and the uniqueness of this train experience on a ship, that you're going to pay for that and the experience. Okay, I think I would have been more comfortable paying $50 to $75 per person rather than $130. $130 is
It's very steep.
It's steep. It's steep.
I would say if you really want to do it and you have that like disposable income to do that, I would say go for it. But
yeah, I would say it's really only for like, if you're a foodie just looking for a food experience, don't do it. If you're someone who's like a theme park enthusiast or someone who's into experiences and immersive experiences, and you want to do this thing this is not the only place that's done it. There's restaurants that have experiences like this. I know that there's one, I think in Phoenix somewhere in Arizona. My friend has told me about it, and it's like a bar that has the same vibe where it feels like you're on a train. If you're into those type of things, and like TJ said, like you have the budget to spend on that, great. But this is my suggestion. Go on the ship, and when you board the ship, just go see what it looks like, and you're gonna get the vibe. The story wasn't strong. I think the actors did a good enough job.
They were amazing. Yeah.
The actors did a great job selling the experience, but it wasn't like super original story. There wasn't like a lot of things in the video as you are, you know, the video elements as you're on the train that was like amazing. You can get the gist of it by just going on the ship and seeing what it's like.
Yeah, when you first get on.
when you're touring the ship. So that's my recommendation, honestly. Like if you're gonna be on Utopia, just go tour it the moment that you go get on the ship, and you'll have the sense of what it's like.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, I would give it, because of price, I would give it a thumbs down. If it was $50, I think I would say yes, go do it. If it was $75, I would say if they were charging $75, they still need to improve the menu.
Correct.
But as the menu stands, I wouldn't spend more than $50 on that experience. I mean, we did spend the money on that experience, but all that to say,
Meh.
but it's cool. I really like the concept. I'd love to see Disney use this concept or something like it. I want to see like dark rides on a cruise ship. Like that's always been my thought. Like with Disney, like put a dark ride in, even if it's not a traditional ride vehicle that moves, like on a track, do some kind of dark ride. That I think they can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and this is kind of that to an extent, a little bit slightly, because there is movement to the train while you're on the experience. All right. This is already a long rant. So if you are interested about booking your own voyage on Utopia of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest ship, there's a link in the description. TJ will get you a quote. And if you have questions, put them in the comments.
Yep. And this will be the first of 2 other videos from our sailing, so go check those out. And we will see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.